Yeah, there's a very interesting attitude that you can do in your garden that you can change as a gardener, and that is to buy once and grow forever. And what I mean by that is, so you have these cherry tomatoes, for example, you put them in the ground, you harvest the tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes, and you cut out the seeds and use them next year. So you should theoretically only have to buy this seed package once. If you follow that principle and buy seeds that you can regenerate all the time, it can save you immense amounts of money, and it can really diversify your garden in such a way that you have so much beautiful life going on inside your own garden. Yeah, I want to talk about turning packaged seeds into a source of seeds for the rest of your gardening time. My concept is very simple: is you buy these seeds in the package and you say to yourself, I want to grow more seeds. So the objective is growing food, yes, growing seeds even being more important. So keeping a seed stock going in your garden where you can continuously grow fruits and vegetables or flowers or perennials or whatever it may be, to have a continuous source of seeds for your future gardening endeavors. I categorize my seeds into two groups, actually three groups. The first group are the packaged seeds that you buy online or in the store or wherever you buy them. My second group are these bulk seeds, I call them, that I collect out in the wild, or I collect them in my own garden. And they are very inexpensive and plentiful. So you have a huge quantity of seeds for no money or very little money. So this idea of going from packaged seeds to bulk seeds is my gardening objective. That's how I go from um, growing to harvesting. And the harvesting part of that is very important to me because I'm getting the mass. And the mass for me is very important because I use it for green matter. We have certain plants in our garden that are unstoppable. I think everyone else has those plants that do so well in their garden, and daikon, alfalfa, um, some other bok choy, root crops that do incredibly well for us, and that basically just keep on providing green matter for our composting, trench composting efforts. So, this idea of spending money once and harvesting seeds forever for the rest of time is my objective. It should probably be your objective as a gardener as well. It'd be interesting for me to hear what plants do incredibly well in your garden and produce immense amounts of seeds to replant again. I think every garden is so different, and I think it's an experimental effort where you put as many different seeds into the ground as you can, and let the results speak for themselves. Let the results show you which plants can be used to grow green matter, can be used to grow food. There's always these plants that excel in certain types of weather, certain types of location. We're at 2,000 meters, 2,300 meters high here, so certain plants don't do well here. So be very experimental in your seed planting efforts and find out which seeds do incredibly well and promote them. But always keep in mind that your end objective is, or your main objective is, also having as much plant diversity you can facilitate in your garden, and that makes it really a stronger garden if you can get that plant diversity in there. Keep your soil energetic. Get your seeds in the ground as quickly as you can. I'm now pushing a little bit of a limit here. I have some seed packages here that are new, other ones that are like 6 months old. And I want to get all these seeds into the ground. And I want to be a little bit less discriminatory on how I do that. The most important thing is, if your seeds don't get into the ground, they cannot grow. So that's something you always have to remember. Use your seeds as quick as you can. Don't store them too long. I have another category of seeds is I plant seeds that are in fruits that we've bought. and I've done extremely well with that. I find it very interesting how pear seeds, apple seeds, and apricots, whatever the plant may be, pomegranate, everything tends to germinate. Kiwi tends to germinate very easily from store bought produce. So it's this idea of keeping your garden moving forward, keeping your seeds available to you. If you buy seeds that don't give you any additional seeds, then it's not a great product for you. This idea of growing to grow more seeds, if you take that on as your focus when you're buying seeds and growing plant material, is a very good policy in multiplying plants to cover your entire garden. Yeah, I think there's a growing trend on people using money to show how powerful their gardens are. I think that's the wrong attitude. I think if you use seeds, for example, it can get expensive, but it's still cheaper than buying all these plants that people are showing. This raised bed syndrome, all these people starting a garden, they'll have 10 raised beds. All that stuff gets so expensive, and then they fill those raised beds with um, bagged soils and bagged materials. All that stuff isn't really, to me, it's not real gardening. It is sort of this idea of using your wallet to buy your way out of doing the labor in the ground, in the intensity of your garden. So if you can use seeds in such a way that they become a huge part of your garden, your entire gardening efforts will change into a positive direction because you're introducing all this beautiful plant life to your garden using the suitcase method or the package method, and your ground will do all the work for you. They will germinate those seeds, and they will um, turn them into flowers and turn them into new seeds. So you want to really search out that circular motion of seeds to get from A to B. Please remember that seeds are encapsulated life, and that encapsulated life has stored energy. And stored energy has this idea of trying to unfold itself to get to flower, to get to seed, to get to back in the ground, to grow again, and to create all this lush life. So embrace seeds a lot more. Use them to your advantage. Use them as a big tool in your garden. Use them as this idea of introducing plant diversity in such an easy way. Go out into your neighborhood, collect seeds, go out into your own garden and make sure you figure out what you can collect in your garden in terms of seeds and cuttings and rhizomes, whatever it may be. There's so much energy in your garden to multiply your garden, to fill it up completely. And the moment you fill it up completely, you can be more selective. You can add color, you can add leaf textures, you can add grasses, you can do all those things once you have that diversity established. So the next time you buy seeds, look at them as a resource rather than a single use disposable item.